Another day, more scooter stuff. The next round of things, or I should say the final round of things, I keep saying that, but you guys are on to me by this time. The next round of things are here for the AEROX. So I've been working on the CVT and the clutch and just getting everything dialed in there. And I came to realize that I'm just not going to get what I want out of the factory stuff. So every little mod that I've been doing is giving me an inch, but I need a mile. So what I've done is went ahead and got a new setup that we're going to be putting on. This is an all Polini. This is the Evo 3 CVT setup. So we've got ceramic front wheel, which is really nice, real light. This is a ceramic pulley. Comes with this little nylon fan, which is really light as well, so the whole package is pretty good. And then the rear pulley, which is the big dog here, this is going to be a huge upgrade. This is a ceramic as well, and it's going to allow us to have a lot more low end and top end at the same time because it's a bigger pulley. So got that. We got a new belt to go with that, as well as a new variator. Even though I just put a variator in, this is an oversized variator, and it's got a little more, again, a little more top end, and it's going to help a lot with the top speed and acceleration. So let's see what that gets us. I'm hoping for 70 miles per hour with this scooter, and acceleration, it was pretty good already, so I don't expect it to get much better. It was already at the point where the wheel was coming off the ground, so I don't know if I can get it to go any faster than that at this point. But we'll test it either way. We got the V-Box, we got the dyno. We're going to do a lot of testing to see just exactly what this setup gets us. So if you've got a Minarelli, horizontal Minarelli, an AEROX, a jog, any of those style scooters, this is the stuff that you're going to be using, and hopefully it gets us where we want to be. So let's get started. Got to get the old stuff off and get the new stuff on. Here you can see the CVT. This is the stock setup with a stage 6 clutch on it. And what I was fighting with here was I wasn't getting out on the variator. I marked the variator so you can see how much was left. You can see it was still leaving this much area, which is huge, like 7 millimeters. And part of that was the belt length, I'm sure, but a lot of that is in this rear pulley just not having the ability to move and allow that variation to happen. So the new pulley, you can see the size here, the new pulley is a lot bigger. So this thing is going to fit in there barely, and I mean it's just massive compared. So we've got all the different slots, obviously, for different acceleration, RPM, resistance, and it also has this really sweet fan that goes on it as well. So pretty cool. This whole thing just kind of comes together. So we'll get the old one off. We'll do a direct side-by-side comparo, and then we'll start installing this and get it set up. Size difference is absurd. Look at that. Big difference. And this will be in here. And let me tell you, that is really, really tight. So clearance is at a premium on this thing. That's insane. It's gonna be intense. 2 words of caution, or tips of advice, I guess, for anybody who's doing this themselves. You have to bore out the case here to clearance for the belt because the pulley's so much bigger, and you have to clearance this transmission cover, gear cover. So just did that. That's tedious, but you have to do it, otherwise you won't be able to get the full range of the belt. It'll hit the case. So get your grinders out. You want to do that. All right, so we're all installed. We're going to use the 3.8 ounce weights, or 3.8 gram weights to start. We'll see how that does. Looks like the belt's getting pretty far out on the pulley right now. There's no washers in here right now, so it's pretty tight. And I had to put back the kickstart mechanism, so I'm installing that back into my vented case, and now she's going to be kickstart because there's not enough room for the variator to fit with this bigger, wider system. So it's a fair trade-off considering how much speed we're going to be gaining. So I'm going to go ahead and install this back now, and then we'll go test drive. So I was able to muster up a 920 to 60. Now aerodynamics starting to play into this because I'm tucked in really hard. It's not realistic, to be honest with you, because I'm not going to do that all the time. But 920 to 60 with a 2.5 0 to 30. That's the 0 to 30 stayed about the same. Like I said, it's already doing a wheelie, so it's about all it can do. And not too bad. Pretty happy with that. I need to get out on the main road now and do a top speed run, but I think we've pretty much maxed it out. We've got our goal as far as I'm concerned. 70 will be easy. It wasn't even getting into the over range or the over rev area as I was in that 65 to 66 mile per hour range. So I know it's got a little more RPM. That's going to pull it all the way to 70 for sure. So later on tonight, when the traffic dies down, I'll give it a run and we'll see what we can do top speed. But as of right now, I'm really impressed with the upgrade. So everything fits. The only thing I had to ditch the electric starter. I wish I could have kept it. It's really convenient, but oh well. I think it's worth it in this case. What do you think? Scooter's ready to go. There's some drizzle, light drizzle coming down, and I think it's going to start raining eventually. So now or never. I'm going to go hop on the scooter right now and try and make that 70 miles an hour, because this video is the scooter hit 70 miles per hour. So let's go before the rain hits. So we got back and we did indeed hit 73 miles per hour. I was able to go back and review the video. You can pause it yourself if you want to. I found this little screenshot here that you can see that clearly shows 73.4. So it may have been a little bit higher, and I honestly think this thing could do 75, but I hate to admit this, I was in traffic, so I didn't want to push it too hard, and I had a little space in front of me, so that was it. Anyway, we hit the goal. 70 miles per hour, we hit 73, which is awesome. We hit everything we wanted to do. We got 9 seconds 0 to 60. We've got a 2.4 seconds 0 to 30, consistent 2.5s. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I think there's more in it too. Like I said, I think there's more speed in it. That's really the basics of it. I'm gonna ride the hell out of it now. I'm really happy with everything, the way it turned out. And big thanks again to everybody who's helped me. Scootertuning.ca, Scooter Swap Shop. You guys all rock. And without you guys, this does not happen. Now, if you guys want to build a scooter like this yourself, just let me know. It's not cheap, but it's also a lot less expensive than a car or anything else. Not as much as my drag scooter. So something like this, just to give you the numbers, we'll run it down. Exhaust, transmission, carburetor, 70cc bore kit, the whole nine, everything, you're looking right around $1,000. So it's not too bad once you already have the scooter. The biggest and most important part of it all is tuning. I spend days, not even hours, days. You can ask Marcus. Marcus, how long do I spend tuning scooters?
Too long.
Too long, he says. It's not profitable. So, truth of the matter is if you need me to set up a scooter for you, I've had a couple people come through and ask me about it. It's not realistic. So, I only do it if you're willing to pay. But, that being said, it is possible. And if you watch my videos, you might not need me to help you. You might be able to do it yourself. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. That's gonna do for this setup right now. I got one more little piece coming. It's gonna be a shock absorber, and then that's gonna shut her down. I'm enjoying the scooter, so we'll see you guys later.